Hello everyone, this is Debbie from Ink and Page, and I'm here today with day 2 of Junk Journal January. Today's prompt is envelope. Before we get started, I'll just do a tiny bit of housekeeping. The first thing I wanted to do was thank you guys for your amazing comments and also for your posts in the Facebook group. They are beautiful. I can't even I guess I can't even explain to you how amazing it is to see all these beautiful journals that are sort of made from the same things, but they all look different and personalized and beautiful. And I was astounded looking on there today. So if you guys haven't done that so already, you can hop over there and take a look at what other people are doing. You can share what you're doing, whatever your comfort level is, but it certainly was awesome to see all of that today. I also wanted just to mention that yesterday's video had a little sound problem at the beginning. I'm not sure what happened. Something happened in the upload to YouTube, and the only thing I could really do to fix it was to just chop off the beginning of the video where the problem was. Fortunately, it was in the first 2 minutes, so that's why the video started a little weird. I just wanted to mention that. Hopefully that won't happen again. I'm not sure what happened, so I'm not an expert videographer, so that could be part of the problem, but I will try to avoid that for the future. The other thing is I made two 21s in these large labels, and some of you were kind enough to point that out to me, so I went ahead and fixed that. So if you want to get the corrected file, I'll put the link in the description below, and also I updated the actual download, the files that you download from Google Drive. So if you're new to the project, you'll get everything that's correct and fine, and you won't have to download anything extra. Okay, so that's that one. And then also, if you are new, I probably should have said this first, but if you're new, you need to sign up in the link in the description below to get the Junk Journal January free printables. If you sign up on another video, you'll get the free printables for that video. So just make sure you're signing up for this video. If you have a problem, just email me and I'll help you sort it out. But I'll also put the link on the screen. It's just create .inkandpage.co, and then it's /JJJ2025. Okay, so it's pretty easy. Okay, so today we're doing envelope. I have a bunch of random ideas here, so we'll put all these together and do a couple of examples of how you could do this, and hopefully that will spark some inspiration for you as well. So for today, the pieces that I'm going to use from the kit are the 2s. I'm also going to use this one because I'm going to do something for yesterday's real quick. But this big envelope, and I'm going to use these little envelopes. I also punched myself 2 round circles from my offcuts because I'm going to use those as well today. And then I tore myself a piece of paper as well off of one of my offcuts from when I put the journal together. Or actually, this is actually for my ephemera. I just cut off the piece on the side. And I just want to mention, I painted the back of it. I just painted it. Just as an example of what you could do if you don't want to print on both sides of your pages. This came out great, and it dried in 2 seconds. So we're going to do a little more painting today too, just because I had paint out today, so I thought I would just give that as a little example of something you could do if you don't want to print on both sides, or you didn't print on both sides and now you're oh my gosh, I have a white page. Just a little paint. And I use this American Decor. It's chalky finish. I have no idea what color this is, but it's this color. It worked out great. So okay, so let's start, before we do anything, by assembling our envelopes. I'm just going to put that aside for a second. In order to do that, all you need to do is put some adhesive right here and right here on this one. And that's pretty much it. I mean, these go together like super quick. It probably takes longer to cut out than it's going to take to put it together. Just make sure you put your adhesive on here, because notice when we fold this together, it's not going to reach all the way up to the top here. So if you put your adhesive on here, you'll end up with extra adhesive, and trust me, that is something I learned from experience. So, okay, so here's this envelope, and now we're going to do our minis. And they just need adhesive on these two flaps. And then we're just going to fold these guys together. It'll be 1, 2, very easy. And then that will be our assembly for this. And then the rest of it is pretty much, you know, what we want to do with these. And I'm going to do 2 different kind of arrangements. One with the tiny envelopes, and one with the big, and one with the bigger. Well, actually, I'll show you also. Okay, so those guys are all put together. This is put together. I'm gonna bring in a couple of extra pieces of things, just as an example. Like if you have your own envelope that you prefer to use. So we'll use this one as an example. I wanted to put this in because it's part of a stationery set that I have no more stationery for. I just have a leftover envelope. So I thought I'd put that in there. I'm going to use a book page from one of my favorite books. I have a quote that I stamped, and that's from the same stamp set that I used yesterday. I have a piece of fabric. I have these are from Prima, little butterfly and little flower. And then, like I said, I ripped this. And then I also printed out this little, it's like the article that the quote from yesterday came from. So I wanted to include this whole entire thing in my journal. So, all right, so these are the pieces that I'm going to, you know, add in. And this is what is in the kit. Okay, so, all right, this is my thing. I added this rub-on here too, just so you know, that was a Tim Holtz project. And I think what I want to do is put my number tabs. I'm going to just put my little number tabs on the edges of every page, so they kind of stick out a little bit when it's closed. And I don't know if this is a mistake or not, but I really want to do it. So, and I think it'll be cute. So I'm just going to probably use a little tape on this today, because I don't want to have to wait for this guy to dry. So I'm just going to put it on the side here like this. And then, there we go. And then just add this like right on here. Okay. All right, and the next thing is like, so we're going to flip over here. This is my next page. Because I stapled on the other page, I want to go ahead and put something over those staples, just so you can't see them. So I'm just going to use this washi tape. This came from 49 and Market. Like they had that crazy sale not too long ago where you got like a whole box of stuff for like $49 or something. And this tape came in it. It's actually fabric tape, which is super nice. Okay, so that's just gonna cover it up, and I think it kind of blends in with like the theme of my page. Okay, and then the second thing I'm gonna do is I want to put some paint on this page. And I'm gonna use this stencil. This came from one of these, like, it came from a Tim Holtz like little set thing. It was one of these things that has like the stamp and stencil combo. So it's not like one of his like standalone stencils. It just comes from this little combo that I of course got on eBay. So, but it's really handy because it's got like 2 different designs in it. So I thought it would look cool if I just put both of them on there. I put this washi tape on here because I want to only stencil, I only want to get paint in this area, not this area. So I just put that there to stop me from going over. And it has the bonus of actually holding the stencil down for me. And I'm just going to use this like little makeup sponge and put a little paint on here, and then we're just going to go to town. I did a little test on this earlier, which is why my fingers are covered in paint, but it was super fun and I think it came out pretty good. So I just figured I'd give it a shot in my journal. And this chalk paint, it dries super fast. So usually I would not work on this particular surface, but because this is what I like to film on, because I like to have a consistent background. So I'm just gonna let that go. Okay, so there's that. And that's like easy peasy. Now we just have that right there. And I'm gonna put this aside. I'll just wash this off. It's barely even got any paint on it. Okay, I'll just wash that off when I have a second. I'm gonna let that dry for just a second, but it dries in 2 seconds. Okay, so what I want to do here, I think, is on this side of the page, I'm gonna go ahead and put down this book page, and then I'm gonna use this piece of fabric here, and I'm gonna do that as a pocket, and I'm gonna put this envelope in that pocket. I haven't decided if I'm gonna decorate the front of this yet. I just kind of thought I would just leave it to see how I feel doing this, because, you know, like, I kind of like to fly by the seat of my pants, because if I plan too much ahead of time, then I will still fly by the seat of my pants. So all right, I did mess around for like an hour before I filmed this video though, just to see, like, you know, what kind of ideas I had in my head. So okay, all right, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna put this down first, and then I'm trying to decide if I should make this. Okay, I want to put this side up, and I'm gonna put tape on this and make it like a little bit of a pocket situation there. It'll be like a hidden pocket, because it won't be, whoops, I want to make sure I get that straight. I'm going to push this up. There we go. Not everything has to be a pocket, but it's very, very hard for me to resist sometimes turning everything into a pocket, you know. All right, and we'll do that, and we'll do that. And then I think before, I always do this, before I stick this on here, I'm going to, this is like a rub-on from, this was part of that 49 in Market. Oops, there goes my punch. Okay, this was part of that 49 in Market. Let's see, we want to put this, which way do I want to do this here? Okay, so I want to put this here, and I'm going to put this here. I put my tape on the wrong side. All right, so I'm just going to use this to like rub this on here. It's usually pretty quick to get these on. I love these so much. I'm addicted to them. They're just super fun to use, and they're really awesome to add to your journal, because you can just pop them in almost anywhere. You know, you just cut off a little piece and you just can fit it in, where you have a blank space, and it's a little bit more seamless than a sticker. I mean, I do love a washi sticker though as well. It's just so seamless. All right, let's check this out here and see how I did. Just gonna make sure that's coming up. There we go. Oops. I like to peel back slowly just in case I missed something. I think that's gonna come up pretty clean. I'm just gonna do an extra little bit right here just in case. There we go, and then we have that right there. And then I could put more on here too if I wanted to, but okay, I totally messed up my tape here, so I'm not going to be able to make this into a pocket, which is fine. I'll just put a little bit more tape on there, and I always do that. I always make it the opposite way somehow. I think it's because I'm talking and I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. So, all right. So we'll just get this off of here, if I can get that under. This paper is a little thinner than what I'm used to. Yikes, there we go. And this last one. Oh, I got one more after this. I'm making the edges all raggy with my tweezers. Alright, so we're gonna put this down here. Got that there, and then I want to put this here on this right here. I'm going with the butterfly theme today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and run some glue for this one. Okay, I'm just gonna run some glue along this edge here, just on the inside. And that should be sufficient to hold this on. Oops. And I don't want to get any on the other pages. There we go. Alright, I'm just going to put this cap back on here and then pop this back on here. And then we'll put our envelope there in a second. I'm also gonna run, I think, a bit of washi tape over on this side here. Yeah. Just for some extra business on here. And then I have this other tape that this one matches this here from 49 Market, and we can just put that up. Oops, I forgot I gotta use scissors for the fabric. There we go. Okay, I need to trim that as well. I'm gonna flip this over. And then just give this a little trim right here. There we go. I just noticed I didn't pull the glue out far enough, so I'm just gonna add a little extra glue on there. There. There we go. And now that'll just set right. And we'll just hop over to the other page for a second. Oh my goodness, I did not tape that straight. I don't know if it'll come back up. Okay, that will be a no. All right, there we go. Oops. Let's put this here. That's what you get for not looking down straight at something, huh? I'm just going to try to move this over just a little bit. Slightly straighter, I don't know. There we go. Okay. All right, so now let's quickly do... Okay, so here's my belly band that I did here, and I'll just use, I think I'm going to use double-sided tape on this one, just to get that on there real quick. And that should hold that on there pretty well. And then we'll put the belly band on there, and then we're going to attach our envelopes actually to the front of the belly band. And we'll tuck one behind it as well. Okay, let's see. Okay, I totally misplaced my tweezers. All right, which is why I have a drawer full. There we go. Okay. All right, so then this one I'm just going to stick, actually I'm going to go this way, I think. I'm going to stick this kind of in the middle here. And then my plan is to have this envelope go under this here. Okay, and then we're going to take these two envelopes, and I'm going to go ahead and attach these to the belly band, to the front. One of them is blank and one of them has the decoration on it, but I want to use these backwards. In this one, if you don't want to hide this, you could flip it around, but then you probably would not be able to use it as an envelope unless you were very clever. So anyway, so I'm going to flip these over, and I'm going to put these on like this, and then, oh my goodness, here they are. Okay, I'm like, what did I do with my discs? Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my little discs that I punched out just to hold these down. And I'm going to add something to the front of them so they aren't quite so boring and plain on here. So because otherwise they're going to kind of stick out and look like sore thumbs. Okay, okay, I just did a quick little speed up just because I remembered I'm supposed to be doing a quick video. And okay, so I'm going to take these two envelopes here, and I'm going to attach these little circles to hold the tabs down. And then we'll just use like that. That's like my favorite envelope closure because it doesn't require anything extra and it works great. So you can just put those on, and then you just tuck the flap behind it. We're going to let that set for a second, just so the adhesive sticks down. And then we're going to do the same thing on this envelope. And then, of course, while I was doing this, I got the great idea that I should add like a little stamp to that there. Okay, so I just grabbed my little stamp block, and I'm going to use the VersaFine Claire, and this is Fallen Leaves. This is the color I've been stamping with throughout this whole journal. This is the one I prefer for like actual stamping, or archival too. But the Chest ink I don't generally stamp in. All right, so I'm going to put this down here. Okay, and that's Gather, Collect, Study, and Cultivate. And then this one here. I'll just put that away. Okay, now I'm gonna adhere these to the belly band so that they stay on. You can feel free to use glue for this. I just, you know, because I'm doing the video, I don't want to have to worry about the stuff sliding around on me. All right, here's the first one. All right, I'm sorry if this is not a quick video. I just get off on tangents, and then, you know how it is. I mean, everybody's in their craft room, they're doing their thing, and, you know, all of a sudden it's like 2 hours have gone by, and you're like, wait, what? So I will try to edit this down a little bit so it goes a little faster. Here we go. And of course, also you could, you know, speed it up if you like. There we go. All right, so now we have our 2 envelopes on our belly band. This might need extra adhesive there. I'm gonna clip it just so that it stays down. I'll clip it on this side too, because now I put stress on it, so we wanna make sure that goes. Okay, I also wanna work my 2 in, which I think I'm gonna work in on here. And I do have this like extra little butterfly, even though it's gonna make my thing a little bit fatter. I think I'm gonna go ahead and attach it. And then I think what I will do here for this one is go ahead and staple this on here with the stapler. I wanna make sure, let me see if that's the same as, I wanna have it go just below this one. And I'll do that like throughout the oops. I'm gonna glue it to that page. I'll do that like, you know, throughout the whole thing so it goes all the way down. Okay, that's good. All right, and then I think that's gotta go on there. I think I better clip that down too. I probably should have clipped it to start with. Okay. Okay, all right, let's put this 2 on here, and then, oh, I want to add in, what did I do with my quote? Okay, so I have this envelope to go into this pocket here. And then I'm gonna add this on here. I think I have to decide, it's a lot of pressure. And I wanna add my butterfly too. So I think what I'll do is I'll add my butterfly to this first. And what I did too is I ripped off the margins of this book page, and I just stamped on the paper that I got off of there, which gives like a cool, like it has that like book texture to it, you know what I mean? So it's like gives it an extra cool like texture. Okay, like sometimes you can get like a yellowed book page, you know, then you can really get like a cool look on your stamping from that. I'll put that on here just like that. I'm going to take my envelope out of there temporarily so that that can dry without the envelope being in there. I'm just going to slide this little piece of plastic under there so the glue doesn't go through to the actual page. And that'll just be temporary. Okay, so let's see. I think we are getting pretty close to done here. I'm just going to add a little bit more washi tape to some random areas here just to give it some extra oomph. And also so that it like ties this page in with this page, you know. And I'm going to decorate this, but I'll probably do this off camera just because I already feel like I'm running a little bit too long on this video. Oops, let's go this way because that's the right way. I'm going to add this here because I could probably sit here for another hour and do this. But I know everybody has things to do, places to go, stuff like that. So, oh, the one other thing, I was meant to do this at the beginning of the video. A couple of people asked me what these were. These are little tiny tabs. So what you do is you fold these in half like this, okay? And then you can add them to the, like, usually I add them to the top of something. So like, to the top of a artist trading card like this, or off on the side. And you can combine them with a number too, if you like. Let me see if I can get one here. And sometimes, I don't know, I just like to do that. Or sometimes I'll put like a tiny word next to it or something like that too. So I just love these little tiny tabs. They're good, you know, for just random areas and decoration. So that is what these are for. Okay, so, all right, let's just do a tiny little recap here. I still have stuff I want to do on here. Okay, today's prompt was envelope, and we put in a bunch of envelopes in our journal today. We put this big guy here, these two little ones, and then I added this also, this one here, which is my, just like a random envelope that I found in the craft room. So there's a lot of different, you know, obviously a ton of different ways that you could do this. This is one way. You could also have attached the envelope by the flap to the page and used it as like a flip. Some people like to do that on the edge of the page and flip it out. You can also hang them on the top if they're smaller. So there's all different ways to do it. This is just one idea. I hope it did give you some inspiration on what to do for your journal. And then I'm going to work on this a little bit more, and then I'll show you guys any, like, I want to get that under the plastic there, any additions or whatever I make to this tomorrow. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Let's see. Tomorrow our prompt is tickets. So you'll just need the ticket strips, basically, from the kit for tomorrow, and any other tickets you want to bring to the table, and we'll come up with something for this too. These would have made a good belly band too. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I would very much appreciate that, and I hope you have fun with today's prompt.